Hi guys, it's Laura. Today I just wanted to really talk about what has happened to me in the last couple days. I briefly talked about on one of my videos and I got a lot of questions, which is so sweet that you guys care, that I haven't been feeling very well lately, and I actually just got back from going up to the Cleveland Clinic and they checked me out and they found a couple of things, which is super unfortunate, but they're not huge, really terrible, horrible things. They're just kind of inconvenient, and all but maybe one of them is fixable, so that's good news. So basically, I'll just start with my symptoms because this is a little over a year after my whole surgery, and this stuff is still happening to me. So I just want you all to be aware of things that may still go wrong, but hopefully don't for you. And I also want to let you know how they treat it and how it feels and what to look for, just so that, the more informed you are, the better care of yourself you can take. That did not make a lot of sense. I hope you understood that. So unlike most of my videos, I'm going to look down for a little bit because I wrote stuff down. I just don't want to tell you wrong information. But we'll get to that in a minute. So basically what's been going on with me is that I've been having a lot of pain, like up inside my butt and also in my lower, like, abdominal area, almost right along my scar. It's not scar related though. So the pain happens after sexual intercourse. It happens after I empty my bladder. If it's really full and it goes from full to empty, that really, really hurts, and I actually have to lie down for a minute or two just to let the pain subside so that I can get up and go along with my day. And also walking a long time really makes my lower abdominal area really hurt, and that's really weird because I back in the summer was running and I was hiking mountains and walking all over the place, and now I'm exhausted and I'm in pain if I just walk across campus, which is obviously not a good thing. So we decided to go to the Cleveland Clinic just because we wanted a second opinion on things and kind of wanted another doctor to take a look at me, another professional's opinion. Not that there's anything wrong with my surgeon, because he did a great job with my J-pouch and my stoma, and I absolutely could not be happier because, he did a really good job. But we just wanted to have a second look. So, first day I got there, I went and got an MRI, which, just like probably all of you, I've had countless MRIs and CAT scans. They're not a big deal to me anymore. They're just kind of a minor inconvenience because they take so long. I like CAT scans way better, even though I know the radiation is not good for me, just because it takes like 2 minutes versus like an hour. So while I was there, I actually met a girl who has an ileostomy as well, because I'm like a little chatty Cathy when it comes to being in a hospital. I want to talk to everyone and just figure out what they've got, and super interesting. So I met a couple people there, but one of the girls actually had an ileostomy. She was only 2 years older than me, and she has had fistulas before and all this different kind of stuff. So we just related and kind of commiserated with each other because obviously we're both at Cleveland Clinic, so we're both not feeling very well. So yeah, and then the next day, I hadn't even met the doctor that was ordering these scans and tests yet, but he came in and I met him for 2 minutes, and then he scoped me. He did a pouchoscopy, and he actually went up my ileostomy as well to just look at my intestines above my ileostomy, which I was really nervous about for some reason. And I know that they do it all the time, but for some reason, things going up my ileostomy freaks me out way more than things going up my butt, which sounds weird, but just because I've had colonoscopies before. I've had 8 or 9, and this was no big deal to me, but the ileostomy, weird. I don't know. But so I was nervous. They gave me something to relax. They conked me out, and I woke up, and of course I was exhausted. I wasn't really used to the drug anymore, so I was barely cognizant for 30 or 40 minutes. But my mom, was like, Laura, good news. So good news, bad news, really, this visit. The good news is that my fistula is actually, for real this time, closed. He didn't even see it when he did a scope, and he knew where it was, and he looked around, and it was not there. There was a dislodged staple in like my anastomosis, so he just took that out. Um, and also good news is that he went up my ileostomy, like I said, and there's a 7% chance with people who were diagnosed with ulcerative colitis that when they get hooked up with their J pouch, they'll actually develop Crohn's disease. Or they've always had it and it just didn't kind of manifest until their J pouch was hooked up, because it's essentially changing your anatomy and whatever else. So it looks like I don't have Crohn's disease. You can never be really sure, but it really looks like you don't have Crohn's disease. I don't have Crohn's disease. So that was a good thing. Um, and then I saw him the next day, or actually a couple hours later, and he said that my CAT scan found some things that they were worried about. So I'm going to look down now because I just want to get the names right, but I believe, yeah. So one of them was called an inclusion cyst, and that basically is a big fluid collection. It's right by my pelvic floor. It's in my pelvic area. It's really big. It's 4 inches by like 6 inches, so that's really big. And, they said obviously I can't get rehooked up until that's gone. That might be what's causing my pain and why I'm so tired, because I'm carrying around this extra like fluid weight essentially. But I'm so upset about this. And if you've watched my previous videos, like from a while back, I had a JP drain in and then a gravity drain put in, and they may need to drain it via drain again. And I had it for 3 months, and I couldn't shower, and it hurt to sit, and I pulled it out accidentally once. It like came out of my butt, like sutures and all, and then I had to get it re-put in, and then I woke up during the middle of the procedure, and that was really painful and terrifying, and it's still like one of my worst memories ever. And then like they had to replace it with a bigger one, and it was just a big hassle. And I'm really, really frustrated that they may have to do that again. And if they do, I'm going to be commuting to school, which is about an hour commute each way, which kind of stinks. But I can't take care of a drain by myself because it'll be in my butt, and I have to change the dressing a couple times a week, and I also have to wash it off, and I can't do that by myself because it's like behind me and I can't keep it clean, and it's very risky for infections, and so I need my parents to do it, and they helped me. I'm not going to ask my sweetmates to do it for me, so they could just do a fluid draw, but that's really up to the interventional radiologist, who I haven't met with yet. So, and the other thing that they found was a hemorrhagic, I think that's how you say it, like basically bleeding cyst on my left ovary. And that's actually really, really terrifying to me and really scary, because even though many women, actually most ovulating women, have cysts on their ovaries when they're ovulating, most women cysts aren't as big as mine. And also my grandma died from ovarian cancer, and so I'm like very at risk for that. Like not very, but a higher risk than normal. So that's a little scary. And so what we're going to do is in April we're going to do another CAT scan or MRI, and we're going to look at it, and if it's smaller or gone, then we don't have to worry about it. If it's bigger or the same size, we may have to worry about it. So we'll just see. And then the last thing is I actually went to a gynecologist, because of the pain when I urinate and pain after sexual intercourse, and he found something called a pelvic floor muscle spasm. And basically what it is it happens to women, and I think maybe men can have it too, but like actually probably when you get cut open, you have pelvic surgery or abdominal surgery, especially with people who have gotten surgery for IBD, pretty common for this to happen. So what it is there's a muscle above your anal and your vaginal sphincter, and it like kind of is around like both. And this muscle essentially forgets how to relax, so it's just spasming all over the place, and it essentially is like one big constant Charlie horse in that area, which is kind of painful. Not very fun, but it doesn't really feel like a Charlie horse. It feels like kind of worse, but that's the way he explained it to me, so that's how I'm explaining it to you. And so that's fixable, yay! But it's 3 months of physical therapy, and being a student who's majoring in psychology and also going the pre-med route, I like barely have time to shower sometimes, and to go to physical therapy for 3 months is going to be really inconvenient. But it's okay because you do what you have to do, right? So he said that it's going to be like a lot of the physical therapy people like stretching the muscles and teaching you how to relax again and like massaging it and stuff like that. And I like made a joke that I was like, oh, massaging it, that doesn't sound too bad, but he didn't think it was funny. Um, so, but it really is like honestly, I'm kind of uncomfortable about that, but you just have to deal with what you have to deal with. Um, so it's frustrating because it doesn't feel like I've really gotten a break, and except for maybe 2 months during the summer where I felt fabulous, like a normal person again. Um, and I feel like I've pretty much had to keep fighting since February of 2010, which is a long time to be fighting. Not as long as some people out there. Like I know people who have been fighting Crohn's for 20 years, and I can't even imagine because I've been fighting it for just less than 3 years, and it's been really, 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 really tough. And I'm tired. I'm exhausted from fighting and always being strong. And um, it is discouraging that they found more things wrong a year later after surgery, but the encouraging thing is that my J pouch is intact and it's beautiful. He said that it was formed wonderfully. Knock on wood, I can't reach it, but so yeah, essentially that's what's going on in my life right now. Those are some things that can happen even a year after surgery. I thought I was kind of in the clear. Apparently not. Um, but I thought that it was interesting, and maybe I would share it with you. And I wanted you to know what to look for, and that these are maybe the things, and maybe to ask your doctor about it if you're having these symptoms of pain after intercourse, or emptying your bladder, or just pain while walking, or exhaustion. Um, so that is pretty much it for this video. Sorry it was kind of rambly, but I just wanted to keep you guys updated. And thank you so much for being so concerned. I said, I think I just said that in the beginning of this video, but I think it's like so touching that you guys were concerned and emailed me and Facebooked me and told me to feel better. It really made me feel better. So, that's it for this video. I hope it finds you feeling wonderfully and without any of these complications or any other complications. And I hope that you have a wonderful, healthy, 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 healthy new year. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.